Hi everybody, it's James. Welcome back to Corby Town. We're going to go over transfers and a bunch of other stuff again soon because there's been a couple ins and outs that you're going to want to see. We're going to talk about that at the Liverpool game. And mainly why we're here right now is because the Champions League draws today. We got Liverpool in the Caballero Cup or Carabao Cup or the Cup or the League Cup, whatever the cup is called. That cup, the one that we win. The domestic cup that we're good at. But yeah, the Champions League group stage draw was today, so I figured we'll come back for that. We'll take care of that, get it done, see who we got, and then I'll come back for Liverpool because that's after the transfer window, just in case any other transfers go through. So, for number one seeds, we can just get these out of the way. So who can't we get? We can't get Arsenal, Man City, or Manchester United, which means Milan, Madrid, Inter, or Monaco. I think out of all those, Milan would be a good one to get. I'd be all right with Monaco too. So Manchester United, Inter. Inter's fine. I can deal with Inter. All right. Porto, Dortmund, Ajax, Valencia, Los, Benfica, Fiorentina, who just lost their number one striker to Barcelona, and Celtic. Really, any one of these guys, I would prefer either the Portuguese, Netherlands, or, obviously Celtic, but we'll see. Fiorentina, Porto. Porto's an interesting choice. Okay, not bad. Porto are strong, but not as strong as the other ones. As for who's left here, just really not OEM. Marcel. I take Zenit, Standard Liège is fine, Olympiacos, Transbador, Ludogorets, Salzburg, or Copenhagen. Transbador. Okay, a lot easier of a group than we had last time. Inter, you got to figure that we're probably the favorites for this one. I want to see what they... Let's see here. Enter the chance of past European stage. Enter one the chance of 4 occasions. The current holders are RB Leipzig. Their team group users. That. Boom. Got some scouting coming in. All right. Now I'll be back. Ooh, what's this? There's a person here, you see. Yes, there is. Now I will be back for Liverpool, and then we're going to talk about some transfers. See you in a sec. All right, everybody, and we're back. And here is the wonderful transfer screen. As you can see, we've sold £151 million worth of players, and we bought in £266 million. Now, you saw us with Diego Martin and that Arsenal game that really did not go too well. So I decided to make some big-time moves for some big-time players, and yeah, he's back. You probably remember him way back when. Paul Brownlee is back. We sold him to Tottenham for 1.3. They sold him onto Liverpool for 8.5, and we got him back for 8.5 or 85. It's the arguably best right winger in the game of football. I thought that was a problem area. We got Martin as a backup. We got Hope as the primary. And now we have Hope as kind of the backup. And here he is, Paul Brownlee, in all of his glory. 24-year-old, Northern Irish, capped 58 times for his country. Just absolute stud, and we play him as an inverted winger on attack. And he's back. Prodigal son returns. One of our best players. It was him and Crompton, if I remember correctly. But now he's back. And as you can see, he's got 2 goals and 3 appearances for us. So, glad to have him back. And it didn't stop there. We brought in this guy from Bournemouth for 89. Edison Gahithme. Edison. And why did we bring in Edison? When you've got Mark, you've got Hashimoto, you've got Christian Lemon. Well, Mark Koch is on my shit list right now because after the Arsenal game red card, he got another red card 24 minutes into our first game of the season. He got suspended again. So he's on bench duty now until he proves himself. These 2 red cards in 2 back-to-back games is got to be a thing. So, yeah, no, he didn't play well, so he's benched. And we brought in Edison, who played for Bournemouth for 67 games and also can play as a defensive midfielder or even up as a midfielder as a deep line playmaker. So he's got some versatility here. Then Edison Zera, who is a Colombian midfielder that we picked up, he came in because he turned 18, and damn, he looks good. We're training him to be a Mazzala, but, just look at that for an 18-year-old who's going to be homegrown at club and country. You love to see it. And he may trickle his way into the first team a little bit this year, depending on injuries. Then, because we sold Devin McHugh to Burnley, I realized we didn't have another keeper behind Brum. So Hussein Salam, £6 million for him. He's an emergency backup. He's literally here just to sit on the bench and be an oops and oh crap. He also he's also English, so that also helps. Yeah. He was Southampton's kind of number 1. And we just kind of picked him up and just said, okay, you're with us now. And then finally, somebody put in a £7 million bid for this guy. And I thought, hey, cool, he could do well on our team. So meet Francisco Casao, who is another wonder kid, 19-year-old Argentinian center back. Looks really good. We are training him to be, like all of our center backs, ball-playing defender. Actually, now that I look at this too, we are going to work on his endurance because that'll work on his work rate, which needs to come up. Besides that, high determination, bravery, jump reach, marking, heading, just all the stuff I look for in a center back. He's got. So yeah, that brought us to the end of the transfer window. So we weakened Liverpool, who I want to see if they've done anything with our money. Did they do anything with the Brownlee money? No, they did not. They just sold. That's all they did. So they've kept it. Interesting. And look at the way they line up too. A 3-3-2-2. Could be a 5 at the back. It's going to be an interesting system to break down. Let's talk about now what we have done in the meantime. In the English Premier Division, we sit 3rd with a game in hand on the top 2. And boy, look at Man City's goal difference. We've got some goal difference to catch up with this season. And as for our schedule, after you saw us lose to Arsenal, we went down to 10 men at the 20th minute after Brownlee scored a goal and just held on for the entire game. And I thought that was a hell of a win for us to do that. Then a little bit of a nervy 4-2, where Yannick Gillett gets 2 goals, Brum gets a goal, and Nathan Wood scores an own goal, but that's really because Brownlee shot it in off of him. So once again, showing he's technically contributed 3 goals this season. And then Watford, we went there, 5-0, clean as you like. Gillett with a brace, Diego Martin, Brownlee, and Bedov all getting on the score sheet. Brings us to today in Liverpool. We're going to do Liverpool today, and then in the next episode, we will probably go with Inter and Liverpool again, because it's that time. We've also had some injuries. Andre Carnaval has picked up a 4 to 5 week sports hernia. Mark Koch is suspended, and Fernando Jamie is out for another 3 weeks to 6 months with a broken ankle. Never good. So we've had to make some adjustments to the team, which is basically this. We bring Ambrose in. Now they want me to drop Valdison back, move Brum over there, put Josh Hope in there, bring Martin in there because he's in form. But I think this is our best team. We've got Jurgen on the bench with Diego Martin, John Hope, Leonard Augusto, who looks like he may get his, just a solid, 2 midfielders or 2 defenders who can also play as center backs, and defense at Lemong and Silvar. Starting lineup is the one you know and love: Aslani, Bedov, Edison, Hashimoto, Kopner, Ambrose, Brum, Scrivener, Valdison, Brownlee, and Gillett leading the line. Interesting to have him play as an inverted winger versus an inside forward, but, it's his best position, and he does have a hell of a crossing ability. And look at this. Everybody passing the space and work ball into the box. Well, sorry, Bedov, that's not the way you work. I have to look at his player traits and see what's going on. Also, player trait update. Gillett can now place his shots, which he will be doing. Andres Brum is wearing the captain's armband here. Interesting. Pick where you left off. I have faith. I have faith. I have faith. By the way, I probably... Mark has a hard to replace with... It's not ideal, but we're adapting to it. I'm delighted for him. He's wonderful. Valdison, he's the man, the myth, the legend. Sancho leading in line. Trent's still with them. God, he's got to be old now. Look at that line. Brownlee coming back in. He's going to give Trent Alexander-Arnold his, used to run on the same side as him. Now he's got to face. Now he's no, he's not going to face him, but kind of face him. It's here we are at Anfield. I think we've had a pretty good record against Liverpool, all in all, over the last couple of years. Kickoff has gone off. Here we are. Look at Man City putting that 6 goals across against Wolves. Brownlee to Valdison to Brum. Back off to Bedov to Ambrose. Oh, beautiful ball in. And that's Gillett doing what Gillett does. He shoots first time, and he places his shots. Quick little play through. Brum finds Bedov, finds Ambrose. Through ball is perfect. Gillett onside. I mean, it's smooth as you like. 5 minutes in, to go up by 1 is always good. Now we got to start worrying about goal difference. Oh. Looks like Man United's having issues. Did they not win their game? No, they drew with Chelsea. I think this is going to be a real battle this year, by the way. Arsenal looks good. Man City spent a lot of money. We spent the most amount of money. Shh. But we spent a lot of money on like 2 players. Valdison, balls in, and just right at Becker. Now he sends it long. Aslani, it was Castillo. Here we go. Bentancur. Headed's cleared, and Sancho's going to pick this up. Is that Gillett back on defense? It is Gillett back on defense. Look at him. Doing a little bit of everything. Now, that's the thing. We looked at Carnival getting hurt, and it always hurts to have that, but to have a guy like Ambrose, ready replacement on the bench, strong. Plus, we could have played Hope there. We could have pulled Valdison back and played Hope in the attacking midfield spot. But, just being able to do that as Brum with a beautiful free kick. He is absolutely filthy in those positions. Just look at this. Free kick. Becker... Allison tries to get there, gets a hand on it, but still too much pace, and we go 2-0 up within the first 25 minutes of the game. Now I can feel a little relaxed. Valdison, Ambrose. Oh, is that going to be VAR'd offside? Did he go too early? These things are never not overturned. Just barely. Just barely. But still, a good, solid game so far. And you can see the quality that this team has now. Brownlee's not having his best game, but, there's always been depth in this team. And now we've just gotten even more depth. As Trent to Musa to Florentino. Oh, what? That's Edison's fault. You hoof it out. Edison clearly has it and just mistakes it. And Aslani, I guess he can't touch it because it's gone to his foot. Lewis looks over there to see this. It's clear. That was not the cleanest. Klopner to Valdison finds Ambrose. Ambitious ball. Brum collects it here. Sends Kopner down the right-hand side, or left-hand side there. Ball's freed. Here we go. And that was always going the side netting. Once he turned Edison to bed off. Here we go. Brownlee finds Valdison. Kicks it in there. Ambrose cleans up. Gillett back to Ambrose. So we build again. Ambrose to bed off. Good ball in. Kopner back to Ambrose. Finds Gillett to Scrivener. Gets back to Gillett, and Allison makes a good save that time. Corner. Valdison sends it in. Hashimoto. It gets cleared. Valdison gets another shot at it. Scrivener back post, not so much. Ambrose now gets tackled off it by Castellano. And as long as it's not a red. Yep. Good foul by Ambrose. A very tactical foul. Scrivener and Brownlee not having the best of games. It's really just Aslani, the midfield, and Gillett. But we have changes we can make. That's the beauty of all this. Ambrose has been impressive in the final third. It's good number of touches the ball. Good conversion ratio and the fun things. Give these fans something they're worthy for. I have faith. I have faith. I don't need to touch it after that. Most of them are really happy. So let's jump right back into it. Come on, boys. Keep it going. Brownlee is really struggling out there. Not something I really expected. He's been so good the first couple of games, and he's a big match kind of player too. And is consistent. Well, I guess it's your first time playing against your team that you've played for a while. And if we need to, which we do think we need to, let's freshen things up a bit. Let's do it now. Brownlee's been good, but not today. Let's bring on John Hope. Bring him in as an inside forward. Scrivener also hasn't been good, but we will bring in Diego Martin for him. Ambrose has been amazing, but Brum, Leonard Augusto is technically better at Mazzala, so we'll take that. Make those three changes. Augusto gets his start, his first game in the Prem. Martin is in. Hope is in. Martin has had good form of late, but I wanted to give the ball back to Scrivener. Ball is cleared. Kopner to Augusto to Valdison. Valdison in the area. And Gillett will take the goal. Just kind of threw it into this corridor of uncertainty. And, Gillett with striker's instincts there. Valdison drives in here. Just kind of takes a half-shot corridor of uncertainty. Becker doesn't really know what to do with it. Gillett's there to do something with it, and that's that. Hope is also involved in all of that. I guess they're looking at people getting back on side. Kind of doesn't matter because Valdison's on side himself. But there we go. 2-goal lead restored. And now we can look to keep pressing and keeping everything on. Now, that's interesting. Since we bought back Brownlee, they've changed their formation. Now they go to this 2 at the front. I guess Sancho can play there. He's playing as a deep line forward. Elliot Sandaberge. It's an interesting way that you take away their best player and immediately go to a much more defensive system. As Liverpool doesn't look like they're going to do much more to break us down here. As even though they set up defensively, we were the ones who kind of came in here and showed them what's what. Picking up points in Anfield is huge too. And that's that. Gillett, man of the match, 2 goals. Well done, lads. That was a good win for us. I mean, looks like it's going to be us and Man City right now, though Arsenal have yet to play. But Manchester United already dropping points to Chelsea. Man City, who have they played? Well, first of all, let's look at their transfer history. Schedule, senior squad. They've played. Okay, they haven't really played any difficult opposition just yet. But what did their transfer history look like? How much did they say? Oh! They brought in this defensive midfielder. They bring him in or they loan him? Oh, he's out for loan. They didn't sell too much. Who'd they sell? Ruben Neves, Ibrahim Konate, and then just some bit part players. They brought in the Chinese. This is a left back. Flash attacking left mid. I mean, solid guy. I've looked at him, but his tackling and his defensive attributes turned me off. And then this guy, interesting, from Real Madrid. Well, it'll be interesting to see how they get on. I mean, Alexi Morba has been doing well for them. We'll continue here. And now it's international break, and I am going to be going away until we come back for the Inter game. So until then, I've been James. You've been you. This has been Corby Town. The boys have come back. Brownlee's home. Let's see if we can't win him a title. Also, we got to get Harry Kane involved in some games, because Kane needs to win the Prem and the Champions League. We'll look forward to seeing you soon again. Have a good one.